Back here on the 1.9D podcast, we got Dennis Alverson. We are in between Boise, just wrapped up, and then this weekend we got Silverton that you'll be racing at this weekend. I want to talk quickly to you, Dennis, because you're going to Silverton, Colorado. Right now we're in Twin Falls, Idaho, an hour away from Bellevue.
Yeah.
So what is the motivation to get in a trailer and drive, what do you got, 9 hours to Silverton?
Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of I don't necessarily sign on to things that come easy. So I'm going to take the long road. But I've really enjoyed that Silverton. It's been a great family vacation. And it's a President's Day weekend. We usually get there one day in advance. And we go skiing as a family. And then we compete Saturday and Sunday. And it's just a really home family feeling in a spectacular elevation. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
It's hard to find a town like Silverton.
Very cool old mining town in the middle of nowhere, Colorado.
Yeah.
And the skiing is incredible. You guys go heli? You do the heli skiing there?
Yeah, and we've hit nothing but long balls. I don't know what happens, but it seems like a few days before we get there, it dumps like a couple feet. And then on Friday, when we go skiing, it just goes bluebird. And I don't know, it's just like I'm suspicious about it. Why is this happening to us all the time? It's been like 6 years in a row. We've just nailed it. And
incredible.
Hopefully, we're going to just continue that. And
yeah, I do think there is some snow in the forecast on Thursday. Talk about the weather and traveling with horses, because you come from an outfitting background, and I kind of like your perspective on what difficult is. Like, most people see us traveling around, sometimes it snows a lot, it sucks, so you got to dig trailers out, you got to take care of horses in bad weather. But I like the way you put it as far as, what's hard and what isn't hard.
Yeah, it was easy for me to compare it to outfitting in the backcountry, when we were in there in November, when we had 2 weeks of, below zero temperatures where water is always froze. When you saddle your horses up, the stirrups lay straight out, and you got to let the horse warm up your saddle for about a half an hour so the stirrups relax. And I mean, windy, blowing, you're just trying to, get to a vantage point in the morning. And it's makes trailer and horses where you've always got a nice trailer that is warm. I find it very easy. I mean, if you get good traction on your tires, and you got ways to keep your water from freezing, like I just bring a generator and plug in buckets and keep that water. To me, it's actually real enjoyable because I always know I got a nice hot trailer that's right there.
Yeah. So no matter how cold it gets, you can jump in there and get toasty.
I put blankets on the horses. They get taken care of really well.
Yeah. Yeah. All these skijor horses, I think it comes up on every podcast, is like how much the horses are being taken care of. Like last week, Olivia Holtzman did not bring her own truck and trailer because it meant she would have had to bring her horse alone. And she was like, yeah, my horse doesn't like being trailered alone.
Oh.
So she organized with Jed to trailer up with him so her horse could be with other horses. And I was like, yeah, if people ever say we don't care about our horses, like, that's crazy. I feel like we go above and beyond for these guys.
We do. And I think, it's a great thing to work towards, throughout the summer and the fall. You're always got skijoring in mind. And
totally.
You're finally, during the season, it starts paying off.
Yeah.
The work that you put into them year round. And it's fun to take care of them in the wintertime.
I do want to ask you a question on here because I've been curious. Like, I don't think I've ever heard this specific story, but one of your main horses, the gray, who we now call Cocaine Bear, his original name when I met that horse was Lenny.
Yeah.
And I kind of heard that there was a reason for the name change. And I've always, is it a specific story or was it just like an attitude shift on his end? Like why did it go from Lenny, a great name, to Cocaine Bear? Was it that movie that came out? Like what happened?
It was the movie, and my daughter's
Okay.
my daughter went to the movie. I'd never even seen the movie, but she
So
told
this
me
is just like
about it.
100% of pop culture.
And right when she got, home that night, she was telling me about the movie. And I was like, boy, I got a horse that acts a lot like that. And I just couldn't get it out of my head. And, he is, I think, labeled as a cracked barrel horse, which I'm still trying to understand what
Yeah,
that
what does
is.
that mean?
I don't quite know either. But I think they just got so much anxiety. They get like really hot at the start. And I think, they're just always busy and just, they look like they're on something. They're like just ready to pop.
Yeah.
And the name just really stuck. I think I just threw it out there one day, and then Phoebe just started calling him Cocaine Bear because she rides him quite a bit. And
Okay.
he's a lot to handle.
Yeah. And then okay. So yeah, because from year 1 to 2, when I came into it, it was Lenny. And it's that classic shot of you coming around the turn at Ridgeway.
Yeah.
And then the next year it was Cocaine Bear. And I was like, that's the same horse. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So how long have you had Cocaine Bear?
About 2.5 years.
Okay, so he's relatively new to you.
Yep.
I mean, you race him a lot. You ride him backcountry a lot. How's he?
No, I've had him for about 4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So he, started out as a barrel racing horse.
Yeah.
And then he fortunately was able to do a lot of trail rides out of Dude Ranch. The people that owned him own a big dude ranch, and their wranglers would lead on him. And it was just a horse that could never get put into the dude string. And I think they just eventually were like, they just didn't have a job for him anymore. And I was pretty lucky to get a hold of him, because in the mountains he steps out. He has so much heart. He's eager, and he's just really experienced. I can drag calves off him. I can work cows. I can do anything on that horse. And he's just that breed where, yeah, he gets real excited to run. Just stepping out of the trailer when I pull up to a skijor event, he just gets antsy, like, I can't believe these other horses entered against me. And he just does a really good job.
So there's a distinct. You think he knows exactly where he is at a ski joring event?
Oh, no question. It's just like bird hunters with their dogs when they pull up to a field to pheasant hunt.
Yeah.
Those dogs get out and they just birdie. That's
Yeah.
how Cocaine Bear is at a skijor event. And ideally, to save that energy, I got to kind of hide the event from him. So I try to put him in an area where he's not in the middle of the excitement, or he just
can't handle
wound
it.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, people always ask, do the horses love it? Are they excited to do it? Like, what do you have to say to that?
Oh, there's no question. They love it.
Yeah.
It's what they've been bred to do. And it really shows when you can finally just open them up. It's like their release.
Totally.
And they just run with it. And it's exciting, to pick up on that energy as a horseman, that you're really doing something that horse has been bred to do, and they're giving you their heart. And when that all comes together, it's one of the most magical things to be a part of.
Are there any races or runs specifically that you have with Cocaine Bear that stand out to you as a rider, like that, he really figured something out, or is there anything that comes to mind?
Oh yeah, I'd say Big Sky, Red Lodge, those two horse tracks. There were moves to make, lateral moves, a little bit of checking. Like the Big Sky race, we had a feature on our right that we had to get to, and then immediately get over to the left, and it was like you were just running them right into that wall, because they had the spectators and then that gap jump, and that horse could see that wall, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to get very close there. And you could after the second run, he would start bending before, and he knew exactly where I wanted him to turn. And they start feeding off you. And then Red Lodge, those that a course like that, it's all about who can cut the corner.
Yeah.
The two corners to make up a little bit of time. And each time I run Cocaine Bear, he feels like we should cut the corner more and more.
Damn the skier.
Yeah, yeah. And, he moves off my legs so easy that, right before we get to that corner, I can just usually tap on him and keep him like, no, we're not cutting it that close this time. And he just moves over without complaining and then just runs it perfectly. So those are my most memorable, horse tracks with Cocaine Bear.
And does he have buckles? Have you won on him?
He did win Red Lodge one year.
Okay.
And it surprised me because he outran Jet. And then there was
Fuel Cowboy, his other horse.
Which I always thought was a faster horse, but boy, those two are neck to neck. When we have, good horse races, they're putting down real similar times.
Yeah.
And they put down, Cocaine Bear will put down a 16.25, and the next run it'll be a 16.3. And that's just consistent, strong horse.
Yeah. And I think that speaks to the enthusiasm they have when you see times improving.
Yeah.
Over the weekend and even through the day. It's like, run one, they might be a little tired, but they're even more excited to get out there and do it again and do it better.
Yep.
Which I think speaks volumes to how enthusiastic they are about the sport.
I agree. And not to go back to Mongolia, but that rang very true with those horses. They have been bred for centuries on how to be endurance horses. And when they finally figured out the job that you wanted them to do, it was 110% forward. And being on an animal like that had been, bred and brought up so true and unfiltered was an experience in itself. They knew they had a job to do. It was like a program, and you were just along for the ride.
Such a cool feeling.
It is.
Like you're the passenger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So going to Silverton this weekend, another family vacation vibe for you. Hopefully some good snow for skiing. And then who are you kind of looking forward to competing against? Because I hear the competitor list is kind of stacked.
Yeah, we got really great skiers showing up.
Yeah, I think you got most of them showing up there.
Tyler McKnight, Jimmy Ryan.
Yep. Madison Ostrigan.
Lane Field Dyson.
Jack Plants.
And Lang Schuler.
Lang Schuler's going to be,
I think, is it Kevin Wilder?
I don't know. They're about to have another baby, I think.
Woody's
probably going to be there.
Yeah. So, and then as far as riders go.
And who are you pulling this weekend?
Tyler McKnight and Jimmy Ryan.
Tyler McKnight has just got to be one of my favorite skiers to watch.
Super strong.
Yeah.
And just focused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. He goes out there, does his job, is total professional about it. Love the way he crosses the finish line every time. He's got that big yank and then throws the rope every time. He's very cinematic about it.
Yeah, he
Which
likes
I
to get
love
clear
to
of the
watch.
rope for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah.
But he does it with a little more
Yep.
flair than the
It's
rest of us, and I love watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real great communication with him. I mean,
Yeah,
he can,
very experienced competitor.
yeah, walking the course with him. We can look at those gates. I can kind of figure out where I need to be with that horse. And then we have generally come up with kind of a game plan on, because at Silverton, fortunately, you know, Rob Conity set those gates. And when I mean, going into an event where you know you have someone like Rob setting the gates, I mean, it's just one less thing to worry about. I mean,
Right.
he makes it a really nice balance. You know, it's not going to be a horse race. There's going to be a little bit of lateral movement. Might be a speed check off of one of the, you know, gap jumps. And Tyler can look at that and usually be like, yeah, I'm going to need a little bit of help right here. And I'm like, well, do you need me to move and check? And he's like, well, and then right then I know I'm going to move.
Yeah.
I'm going to at least move. And then, depending on the skiers that go before him, then I'm going to decide if I'm going to check.
Yeah.
And then he usually sticks it. Let's see, we came out of there with a buckle one year. No, it was Colin Cook and I. Tyler and I somehow just slip in right underneath Richard.
Yeah.
The last couple events.
That's, yeah. Usually you two end up competing against each other a lot on the second day. And then so you're pulling Tyler and Jim, and then is Richard also pulling Tyler and Jim?
Yeah, I do believe.
On his horses?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Richard and I will be duking it out, and it's real exciting because at the same time we got Kimber and Phoebe. You know, that
in the
both
sport
of us,
division.
I think both of us are just as equally as excited to help Kimber and Phoebe during sport.
Yeah, and it's so in the sport lineup, it usually goes sport division first, and then the open, and you get to help those two.
Yeah.
Just walk me through what it's like, because I love watching both you and Richard help, you know, your younger counterparts into the gate, and you watch them all the way down, and no one cheers like Richard does for Kimber. And I've seen you pretty invested in some of Phoebe's runs in Big Sky. So what is that like as a father?
Well, it's I mean, it's fairly emotional, really. It's a lot of just a flood of emotions that come in after they get across. I mean, one, you don't want anybody to get hurt, and two, you're just super proud of them and excited. And you know, it's real fun to share it with Richard because he has those same feelings with Kimber. And there's been a handful of times where Richard gets busy doing something and then I'm helping Kimber, or vice versa. He takes my role over with Phoebe. If I'm not quite there, you know, he's helping her get in the gate, and then he'll kind of coach her, you know, like that second feature, you better be on that feature. And then I need you to do 3 seesaws, you know, to slow them down near the ring. And then I want you to go all out after the ring.
Yeah.
And then we repeat that and get it in their head, and they're like, oh yeah. And when everything comes together for them, they usually come away from that event with some checks.
Yeah, they've both been very competitive the last few years I've been involved. And Kimber makes the joke, like, you know, it was drilled into her head as a child. Hug the features, hug the features, hug the features. It's just got to be so cool to grow up on a skijor track like that. I hope they appreciate it.
Well, Phoebe has generally skied Silverton.
That's right, because
behind Kimber.
Right, and she skis really well.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a force on skis.
Yeah, she's a ripping little skier, and then she's just trying to make this transition into just being more of a rider now. And But she jumps back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
This event here, well, this whole year she's done nothing but ride.
Well, she did the switcheroo, the twisted switch with you in Ridgeway.
Yep.
Yeah. And you guys buckled that weekend.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
We won that. And
it's hard to compete with switcheroo teams who are like both excellent riders and both excellent skiers. Like you guys do both very well.
Yeah, the other ingredient there is the horse.
Totally. For the twisted switch especially.
Yeah, you don't want a hot horse.
No, you don't want a hot, fast horse. You want a medium speed horse who's kind of short and easy to slow down and stop.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty mild-mannered guy that's level-headed.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, with the regular switcheroo or the all-around that they've been doing, I mean, we've got some fierce competitors now. I mean, RJ
and Colin.
To ride. Colin bought, a really great horse, Bam. And I mean, they are sweeping it.
Yeah, I don't know how you compete with them at this point.
Well, I do have a game plan.
Do you?
Phoebe and I will be competing against them in Red Lodge.
Okay.
And we are going to win.
Okay. Wow, you heard it here first, folks.
And I do know one of their weaknesses. And I do know our strengths.
Okay.
And so I'm going to focus on all of our strengths. And I hope, well, I don't hope anything bad for them, but I feel like they could get a penalty in Red Lodge if they're not careful, because that course, it's all about that corner.
Yeah.
And that's what will win or lose that race.
Okay.
And we have a pretty good chance there against them, which is fun. But
like a real sneak peek here.
Yeah. Well,
it's exciting.
Yeah. We're already talking about it because we would really like to be competitive against them.
Yeah.
And if we were able to beat a team at that caliber, that would really be something.
That would be something.
We'd be pretty proud of that.
That would be a hell of a buckle to have.
Very good at what they do.
Yes. Yes, they are. So that's exciting. Wow. I have goosebumps a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens there. I'll have to follow that race. I wanted to end with asking you if you had any skijor hot takes. We did this with Emma a couple of weeks ago, and obviously that hot take gave us weeks of content. So,
oh my God, did she talk about the fur-bearing critters?
She has not talked. No one has talked about this yet publicly.
Well, yeah, we have seen a very large increase in fur-bearing critters, and there's been quite the migration that's been coming through, and they're like flying in, and I mean they're really incredible, like fur.
It's some of the most incredible fur I've ever seen.
There's some high dollar fur coming.
There's a lot.
It's not just fur coats now. It's on their boots. It's on their hats.
It's everywhere.
It's pretty cool to see that, they finally got an event to bring their fur to.
So is the hot take, do you think there's too much furs? Are we crossing a line here?
Oh, no.
We have yet to cross the line.
I love it. It is.
I'm getting used to the top and bottom fur now. Did you see these at Boise? They were everywhere, but the arm chaps.
Yep.
The full fur arm chaps.
Yep.
And ironically, it's about the warmest winter we've ever had. And maybe, I don't know if there's been a day where you need any wool or fur anywhere.
No, there hasn't really been very many events that you needed the fur,
but it's out there.
It's out there.
And it's out there in droves.
It looks good.
It looks fantastic.
I like the direction they're going with.
We'll see you in some fur out there then the next few races?
Probably not. No.
What would it take to get you in a full fur? What kind of bet do we got to throw down?
Well, anything can be bought for sure, but I guess I'm a little bit behind.
We'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
It's something
I missed the
between.
boat on that one. And Michael Miller was the first one to really
Let's show some
showcase the
respect to
fur.
the OG, Mike Miller, and I'm sure we'll talk to Mark LaRoe this weekend about
Yeah,
like the history of ski joring and some of the characters, but I'm sure he's got someone in mind who did it
he's the one that
first.
started the fur.
But yeah, Mike Miller was the first one on social media when ski joring was blowing up, and
Yeah,
he had that iconic fur coat and just an iconic look, really.
yeah.
And
is.
since then, the woolly chaps, which I would give Catlick credit for the woolly chaps. She kind of came in with that look, and but Noah Gregory wore the woolies, forever in Leadville, and we'll have to trace that one back. But it's the top and bottom now that
The ladies sure look good in fur.
Yeah.
They do. I like it.
It really complements the form.
Yep, it is.
I don't know how aerodynamic it is, though.
Well, it's real light.
It is light, and it looks good when they're running full speed. It's all.
Yeah. And it's super warm.
All right, so hot take: keep the fur going.
Keep the fur going.
We need more of it. More fur. My hot take might be the exact opposite.
Less fur.
Less fur. One pick a side,
Yeah.
top or bottom. You get one. But no, it's been exciting, and it's been exciting hanging out with you here in Boise. I think tomorrow we part ways. I'm excited to see how you do down there in Silverton. I'll be keeping an eye on it. And I think the next race we'll see you at is Driggs.
Driggs, yep.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you.
With fresh honey. Don't forget it.
Yeah, we will be giving you some honey.
Perfect.
We got fresh bee honey coming.
Love it. Awesome. Well, thank you, Dennis. And we'll see you out there.
You're welcome.
All right. That's it, folks. 1.9D show. Someone told me we had to start closing the show with something. So there you go.